Hello.
Hello!
Welcome everybody. This is
どうも、石井てる美です。よろしくお願いします。そして、
my name is BJ Fox.
BJ Fox.
And welcome to episode 1 of
外資系裏技英語
the podcast that teaches you not only the English you will need, but also the tips, tricks, the urawaza to survive in foreign companies. So why did we start this podcast, Terumi? Tell me.
Tell me ということで、どうしてこのポッドキャストを始めたかと言いますと、私は今お笑い芸人なんですが、実は10年前に外資系のコンサルティング会社マッキンゼーで働いてまして、1年で辞めたんですけれども、
You failed.
Well, in a sense, yes.
Okay.
I failed. I couldn't survive. ね。やっぱりアップはアウトのとても厳しい環境なので、なかなか生き延びることができませんでした。しかしですね、実はこれを知っていれば、外資系コンサルティング会社でも生き延びれたかもしれないという裏技、トリックがあるっていうことを BJ が教えてくれたんですよ。Is that true, BJ?
I think it's true because I am a salaryman in a gaishike.
Yes.
I've been a salaryman in a gaishike all my life.
Yes.
No, that's not true. Since I was an adult. Since I was an adult.
Yeah, since you were
When
grown
I,
up. Yeah,
When
sure.
I was a baby, I was just a normal baby.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
But at the same time, I do stand-up comedy.
Yes.
I do a TV show on NHK.
Wow.
We cross paths in our other lives, in our fukugyo lives.
Yes. Wow, this is my main job actually.
Oh, sorry.
Right now. Yes. But we've experienced kind of similar. Like 私たちは外資系の企業で働いたこともあるし、ステージの上でコメディもやっているしっていう意味では、we have a lot of things in common.
And I spent 2 years in a very onsha-heisha style environment in Marunouchi, in a gaishike, in a financial company. And I was surrounded by very talented Japanese people, MBA holders, fluent English speakers. Yeah.
Yes.
Time and time again, I saw them not perform as well as they could do because despite having great English, they didn't know the tricks.
英語もできて MBA も持っていてとっても優秀な日本人だけれども、ちょっとしたトリックを知らないばっかりになかなか会社でパフォームできていなかった日本人がいた。
Yes.
Is that true?
It's true. And often, the issue wasn't the clients. It wasn't the customers. It wasn't the torihikisaki.
対クライアントとの間で問題があったわけでもない。
It was shanai. It was in the office. It was with, and this is a nasty word, headquarters. Headquarters. San Francisco headquarters.
海外の本社、ヘッドクォーターだとか、とにかく社内でうまく立ち回ることができなかった。そういうことがあるんですね。いくら英語ができて、能力が本来あっても、ちょっとした裏技を知らないばっかりに損をしてしまうことが、ひょっとしたら外資系の企業の中ではあるかもしれない。ということで、You're gonna teach us the tricks.
We're gonna share our experience with the listeners.
Okay. Well, I wish I had known when I was a consultant.
We're gonna teach you what Terumi wishes she had known when she was a consultant. And before we start episode 1 today, we want to say a quick thank you to our sponsors, Cambly. They're an online eikaiwa application. You can find them on iOS and Android. And there's a special gift for all our listeners at the end of this show. So please keep listening. And on that note, what is today's phrase we will learn?
That's a really good question. Thanks for asking.
Yes, today's phrase is, that's a really good question. Thanks for asking. Now, it's in 2 parts, Terumi.
Okay.
2 sentences. That's a really good question. Thanks for asking. When do you think you use this statement?
Well, I imagine it's in an office, in a meeting. やっぱ会議とかの終わりで、プレゼンの終わりなんかであるシチュエーションなんじゃないですか？
Exactly. So you're looking at meetings, you're often looking at presentations.
そうですね。会議室ではいつもみんな スライドを見せながらプレゼンしますね。
And when you're presenting to foreigners, when you're presenting to people from your honsha, your headquarters, they always come with questions.
クエスチョン、質問がたくさん飛んできます。
Why is that? Because we're told that by putting your hand up and asking a question, you stand out. It makes you look confident.
ほう。
So everyone's going to ask a question. And sometimes they're a bit annoying.
ちょっと意地悪な質問が飛んでくることありますよね。はい。
Annoying, you don't know the answer, they break your flow. So when you're asked a question, you're standing up at the front, you don't know what to answer, what do you say?
だから質問されて、ちょっと意地悪な質問、いや、そんなの知らないよっていう質問されて、なんて答えたらいいのかっていう時に、やっぱり、私なんかはちょっともじもじしてしまうかもしれません。
No, there's no need. There's no need.
もじもじしなくていい。
You just say, that's a really good question. Thanks for asking.
Even when I'm not confident.
Exactly. You don't even think about it. You just say it straight away. I ask you a question. What's going on with your career? Why are you doing a podcast with me? Your answer is...
That's a really good question. Thanks for asking.
Perfect. Now, this is a beautiful phrase, and I really want everyone, all our listeners, to really learn this and practice this. Because, well, firstly, it makes the listener, so the person who asks the question, feel really happy.
あ、言われた方は嬉しいんですね。
That's a really good question. It's like saying, well done.
質問した方も特別な気持ちになる。
Yeah. It's like you're back in elementary school, you've put your hand up, the teacher says, here's a little gold star for your homework, and you're happy. The person who asked the question will be happy.
あ、聞いた方もハッピーになるんですね。いいですね。
And the way, when you say it so confidently, without thinking, everyone looks at you, everyone looks at the presenter and thinks that person is in control.
なるほど。ちゃんと自分で自分をコントロールできているという、その自信もあるように見える。
You have no idea what the answer is, but in that split second, instead of going, oh, I'm not sure, you say confidently, that's a great question. Everyone's like, oh, everyone relaxes.
なるほど。そこで聞いている人も安心するわけですね。でもそれ、本当に自信がないとなかなか堂々と言えないですけど、もうそれでも言っちゃっていいんですか？ Can I just pretend that I'm confident?
You should always pretend that you're confident. You should
Oh,
always.
that was my bad part. Like when I felt not confident, it was, I'm so honest. So I was showing my emotions or saying that I was not sure, honestly. So that was...
You showed weakness.
Yeah, I did.
And everyone, like people in companies, they're like wild dogs. They can sense when someone else is not confident.
Yeah. Yes.
And as soon as they sense it, what do? They attack.
Oh my God.
So straight away, show the confidence. When I work in a Japanese company, I do the same thing. Even if I don't understand what the boss is saying in Japanese, I just say, おっしゃる通り.
じゃあ分かってない時でもおっしゃる通りですねって BJ はちゃんと言うんですね。素晴らしい。でも私もマッキンゼにいた時、自信なさそうに見えるのがIt was the worst thing. 一番悪いって言われました。So making look like you're not confident was the worst thing. As a consultant, that's what I was told. っていうことですよね。
So show confidence straight off the bat. And also, the great thing is, you don't always know what the answer is.
いや、そうなんですよ。
And sometimes you need a moment to think.
そう、ちょっと考える時間が欲しい時ありますよ。
So this is a perfect way to just 少しだけ時間を稼ぐ。
時間稼ぎのためのThat's a really good question. Thanks for asking. でもあるんですね。Oh, I see.
So confident, anshin, and buys you 10 seconds where you can consider the answer.
いいことだらけじゃないですか。
It's a perfect phrase.
裏技英語無駄をいらない裏技英語ずるく働きたい
Is there a phrase like this in Japanese?
これを直訳するといい質問ですね、になるんですよ。で実はこのフレーズ BJ は池上彰さん知ってます？
The newscaster?
そうです。ジャーナリストで、よくそのニュースとかのバラエティ番組の司会をされていて、ニュースを分かりやすく伝えるってことを今している方が、もうしょっちゅうね、いい質問ですねって、彼の決まり文句なんですよ。
So probably, Ikegami-san, he doesn't know the answer. He doesn't know the
嘘、
answer.
池上さん答え知らないの？
And he just knows that when he's asked a difficult question,
そうなんだ。
you buy a little bit of time.
池上さんは、とてもね、賢くて知識も豊富な方だから、答えを知らないってことはね、ないかもしれないけど、でも、時間稼ぎには確かに使えるし、何よりその、聞いた人を気持ちよくさせる。makes the person who questioned feel good.
And sometimes it's awkward when the question's really, really, really stupid. You know, sometimes you ask a question and you want to say, like recently I did a stand-up comedy course and someone said, where can I find out information about stand-up comedy in Tokyo? And I said, that's a really good question. Thanks for asking. What I wanted to say was Google. Just Google it. It's really obvious, but it still makes the other person feel really good.
Yes.
So it's a good way to balance your emotions as well.
ちょっと皮肉ですけどね。That's a bit.
That's a really good question.
That's sarcastic.
So I want everyone to learn this and practice it so you can say it quickly. Tell me, let's just practice some of the pronunciation, please.
Yes, please.
So that's a really good question. Thanks for asking.
That's a really good question. Thanks for asking.
Okay, now let's do it one more time. But imagine you're talking to a colleague and make them feel very good about themselves. So almost act surprised. So, that's a really good question. Thanks for asking.
Okay.
A little bit more emotion.
Okay. Was pointing as a person?
I think pointing is always a good technique. Eye contact and pointing, just again, to make sure that person himself feel very, very special.
日本では人を指さすのは失礼だって言われてますけど、Is it okay to point at a person?
Maybe put your right thumb up.
なるほど。
So it's less a point and it's more a, you're okay. Now you can't see this at home, but Terumi, I don't want to say the word gun, but she's pointing her, what do you call the yubisashi yubi?
人差し指。
Hitosashi yubi is out and the oya yubi is up and you've got like 90 degrees.
そう、90度を親指と人差し指を広げて、だからちょっとガンを打つようなポーズに近いかもしれないけれども、人指さすのは失礼かもしれないけど、親指が上がってればいいんじゃないかと。Okay.
It's like, hey, Terumi, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
No. Okay, no.
I'm too honest. Oh my goodness.
Try that again.
I'm a bad learner.
That was a bad question.
No, that was bad. My bad. I wasn't learning. Okay, can I try it?
Try one again. Hey, Terumi, how's it going?
Hi, BJ. I'm good.
Have you finished putting in the new infrastructure of the IT network?
Oh, that's a really good question. Thanks for asking.
Perfectly pronounced with a perfect level of emotion.
So you need emotion. ちゃんと感情を込めて言わないといけないということですね。それ、だって普通に言っちゃうと嘘くさくなっちゃいますもんね。You need emotion. Otherwise, it sounds so fake.
It's true because I've been in meetings where everyone clearly has had the same presentation training. And for every question, everyone says it almost boyomi.
そうね。
So you're hearing the same phrase with no variation.
そうか。
You hear the same phrase. That's a really good question. Thanks for asking. Many times, no emotion, no variation. And in the end, you realize, oh, ただの裏技だけ。
やばい。ただ裏技をただ言ってるだけっていうのがバレてしまう。
So, bit of emotion, a bit of practice, and you'll be fine. So let's just practice. Now, the way I want you to think about this, Terumi, is it's almost like a 1-2 kimari monku.
決まり文句。
So, you know, like when I say thank you,
You're welcome.
nice to meet you,
Nice to meet you too.
how are you,
I'm fine, thank you.
So what are the implications of the rise in oil prices on the fourth quarter sales forecasts?
Oh, that's a really good question. Thanks for asking.
Very nice. Tell me.
What?
Does the growth in SGG affect the AKI of the GTE matrix?
That's a really good question. Thanks for asking.
So what I liked about what you did there, Terumi, is that you didn't really understand anything.
I didn't understand anything at all. You spoke too fast.
Spoke too quickly, said meaningless things, and yet you could still protect yourself for a couple of minutes while you process
Yes.
the information. So how does the recent Yami Aegyo scandal affect the Owarai Gyokai as a whole?
That's a really good question. I'm glad you asked that. Acha, thanks for asking.
Well, no, I liked what you said there. I'm glad you asked that. You can actually change the way you answer this.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, thanks for asking. I'm glad you asked that. Now, my favourite one is when you know the answer and you're really confident.
Oh, okay.
But you still take the time to make sure you look confident.
Yes.
But you say, that's a really good question. And then you say, I was hoping someone could ask that. And then when you say that, then you can go in with the final punch.
上からだな。
So these are the little tricks that I think can really help. And this is a very basic phrase that can make any presentation go much, much better.
これは会社の1年目の新人が言っても大丈夫ですか？
Oh, definitely.
Definitely? ちょっと偉そうに聞こえたりしませんか？ Or like make him or her look too confident or like ちょっとこいつどんだけ自信あるねんみたいな。No?
No, I don't think so, because as long as you've got the answers to back it up at the end, essentially all you're doing is making your customer, your colleagues feel good and giving yourself a little bit of a moment to think.
Yes. 3ついいことがあるってことですね。自分も自信があるように見えるし、質問した人も気持ちいいし、で、何より自分が考える時間を稼ぐことができる。
Yes.
Wow. I wish I had known this when I was a consultant. なんつって、コンサルの時にね、知っていたら、もうちょっと生き延びれたのかななんて思ったりしますけど、まあ知ってたらお笑い芸人になれなかったから、それでもよかったのかな。
Great job, Terumi.
本当 Thank you.
I think you're going to be okay for your next presentation.
次のプレゼンではもう大丈夫。
I think so.
あわあわしたり、自信なく見えるって言われたりすることもない。
So, and all the listeners out there, just practice that one phrase. It's a really good urawaza.
そう、ただ真面目にコツコツとちゃんとした英語だけを知ってればいいっていうもんじゃないですからね。厳しい外資系の労働環境をですね、うまいこと切り抜けていくためには、たまにはこういう裏技必要なので、こういったものをこれからもどんどん紹介していくんだよね、BJ.
That's true.
Yeah.
Of course, join us again for the next episode of
外資系裏技英語.
And before we go, just a quick thank you to our sponsors, Cambly. That's Cambly.com. They're an online eikaiwa service. As we discussed on the show today, knowing English isn't always enough. You have to be able to practice it with confidence in real life situation. All our listeners get a free 15-minute trial lesson if you input the code urawaza in kanji. And at 15 minutes, I think you can practice the phrase, that's a good question. Thanks for asking. About 300 times?
Yeah.
If anyone could do that and send us the video, that would be great.
300回の Thanks for asking お待ちしてます。
Whatever question the teacher asks you, just say thanks for
そう
asking.
何を聞かれてもね Thanks for asking. That's a really question. ってもうドヤ顔で言うことがポイントですよね。
Yeah, and see how long before the teacher hangs up. Thank you very much, Terumi. Anything to add?
That's a really good question.
That's a good usage of that.
Urawaza ego. Business English is so hard. Urawaza ego.